Good day, everyone. You're welcome to Godly Inspiration Channel. My name is Omolewa Mary Olubukola, and I welcome you all to another wonderful teaching. As you all know, that the Lord has laid it strongly on my heart that I should share some things with single people this month, and by His grace, sorry. And by His grace, you're going to be looking at another wonderful thing the Lord wants me to share with every single brother and sister. So, without further delay, let's dive into today's discussion. Today, by His grace, we're looking at there is one person. Or is there only one person? You know, in the last video, I established the fact that there is one person for every person. But a lot of people have this notion that what about if this person rejects me? What about if this person should die? What about if this person is not ready to marry me? Does that mean that I won't get married? Does that mean that I am done for life? No. That I said there is one person for every person does not mean that, okay, because this person, God has fashioned this person for you, and the person says, no, God, I can't marry this lady, can't marry this brother, then it means you won't get married. No. As far as you are not the one rejecting that person, then believe me, there is another person for you. So I've established the fact that there is one person for every person, because definitely God cannot create three persons for you at a time, right? And now say, okay, so Adamu, I brought three women for you, anyone you like, I beg, pick. So God Himself take it upon Himself to create that one person for you, but it's not left to that person to accept you. I'm going to be using Bortus as an example for you to understand better, or for you to understand what I'm trying to say to you. So let's assume that this is Sister Beatrice and Brother Timothy. Sister Beatrice and Brother Timothy. So, Sister Beatrice go before the Lord, asking for the will of God in marriage, asking or telling the Lord to bring that man away, and that man that would support her and all of that, all of our prayers, right? So, and God now take it upon Himself that, okay, actually I have a lot of sons in my kingdom. Which son actually fit into this person? Which son actually fit into this person's purpose? And God, because He knows the heart of everyone, He's the one that created the heart of everyone, He knows everyone, He now look at His son and say, okay, I think Brother Timothy will fit in for Sister Beatrice. Brother Timothy will fit in for Sister Beatrice. And he goes to Brother Timothy and say, okay, Brother Timothy, Sister Beatrice is your wife. And Brother Timothy is like, what? Sister Beatrice? That woman that is not even huge, that cannot dress well, that is not even, I beg, it does not fit my caliber, it does not fit my kind of person. Lord, I'm not doing, please, choose another sister for me. And Brother Timothy refused to hearken to the voice of God, and Sister Beatrice is still praying, Lord, please, I need that man that will support me, that man that will love me, that man that would do all to love you, to help me love you, to help me reign with you and all of that. And God is saying, okay, but I've actually chosen Brother Timothy for this sister. Why is this Brother Timothy not responding to my call? And he said, okay, I'm going to choose another son for my daughter. And he goes and he looks for another person, because his plan has not changed. His plan is to give Sister Beatrice a man that will love her, a man that will support her, a man that would help her, a man that will make her a better person. And he goes and he found Brother Philip. So he told Brother Philip, let's assume it's Brother Philip, Sister Beatrice is your wife. And Brother Philip is like, oh Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I can't even believe that you are telling me that you've chosen a woman for me. Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I'm grateful. And he goes to Sister Beatrice and say, the Lord said you'll be my wife, and I love you so much. I'll be praying for a woman like you, and all of those sweet words, right? So you can see that the plan of God for Sister Beatrice did not change, which is to give her a man after his own heart, to give her a good man. But the person changed. Why? Because the person failed to hearken to the voice of God. So God took it upon Himself that, okay, my plan cannot change, but this person needs to change, because my daughter cannot keep waiting for this person to show up. Whereas the person has made up his mind that he will not accept Sister Beatrice. So Brother Philip and Sister Beatrice come together. So you can see that the person actually changed, but the plan of God did not change. So That's the point I've been trying to establish, that if it's God's plan for you to get married, it's God's plan for him to give you a woman after his own heart, a man after his own heart, a man that loves God, a man that is all about the things of God, and vice versa. Even if the person he has chosen to partner with you is saying, Lord, no, I'm educated, I have my master's, this lady is not even educated, she just have a secondary school certificate, oh Lord, I can't marry this lady, I can't marry this brother, then God takes it upon himself to choose another person that fit into his plan. For this sister, he will choose another person that fit into his plan for this brother. So God's plan is actually invisible, right? But the person is visible, and is that person that makes God's plan visible. So because God's plan is invisible, he actually choose a person to fit into that plan so that it will make his plan visible to the other person, right? And that's why it's very important for every child of God to trust God. Now, the truth, when you trust God, God will never let you down. That's one thing about God. God will never let you down. And don't be a child of God that is rejecting another child of God. It breaks the heart of God. If truly God is your father and you are rejecting the gift of your father, is God truly your father? Imagine someone that is so popular gives you a gift. You're like, oh my, you're like, okay, can I take a picture with you that you gave me this gift? You are so excited to accept this gift from this person because this person is well known, this person is popular, and you want the whole world to know that this person actually gave you a gift. How much more God, who gives good and perfect gifts? But the truth is, a lot of people just call God their father, but they don't trust God to give them that good and perfect gift. They don't even know if God have the capacity to give them that good and perfect gift. And that's why when God brings that gift, they're like, no, I don't like this kind of person. And that's why I'm always appealing to every Christian, every child of God, both male and female, that don't be the one rejecting God's will. Don't be the person rejecting God's gifts. Because when you reject God's gifts, there's actually a better replacement. Believe me, when Saul rejected God, how did he reject God? By not obeying God's instruction. God actually replaced him with David. David was much more younger, was not even equipped for what God was calling him to, but God had to equip him because God saw him as a man after his own heart. God saw him as someone that will obey him completely. God had to replace him with Saul, that even Saul gone, he lost the kingdom. His generation, next generation after him, lost the kingdom. Right? So that's God for you. So don't be the one rejecting that person. Because when you are rejecting that person, you are simply rejecting God's plan for your life. And because God's plan cannot be thwarted, God will actually create or design another person that fits into that plan. So because his plan for you is always plan of good and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope, he has already planned how your life will go even before he ever created you. So it's not left to you, and that's why the choice is in your hand. God has given us this free will. God has given us the right to choose. Just like how Joshua chose whom we will serve, God has given you the choice to choose whether you will accept the plan of God or not. So the plan of God is always visible through the person he brings. So it's not left to you to reject that one person. But don't have that notion that, oh, there is this one person that God has created for me. If this person should die, maybe because of the person did not want to do God's will, or the person went outside of God's will, or if this person should reject me, does that mean I will not get married? You will get married, my daughter. Sorry. You will get married, my sister. You will get married, my brother. But don't be the one rejecting God's will. Don't be the one rejecting God's plan, because there is a better replacement too. And if God should replace you, I'm still wondering how you want to be relevant in life. That's the truth. Because if you reject God's plan, for crying out loud, how do you want to live a fulfilled life when the one that's created you, that mapped out a plan for you, you rejected his plan? So I don't know what else you want to plan for your life that would ever make you feel fulfilled. So that's why I'm just here to make this video, for every single person, that yes, there is one person for every person, but that does not mean if this one person rejects you, you won't get married. No, God will always design another person that fits into his plan so that you can both fulfill the plan of God for your life. So very important. Don't forget this. And I pray that even beyond what I can say in today's video, the Lord will speak to you. He would interpret this video in your heart, or your heart in a deeper way, so I can even understand what I'm saying. I pray the Lord will help us all in the name of Jesus. We will not be the one rejecting God's plan for our life because we think that the person does not actually fit into our mold. Remember that it is God's plan, it's God's mold, so it fit into God's mold. So the more you stay in it, the more you discover that it actually even fit into your mold. That's the truth. Most people that actually got married to the will of God, that just obeyed God, at first thought that, oh, this person does not fit into my plan, oh, this person is not what I desire. But as time goes on, as they submit to the will of the Father, they realize that, wow, God even gave me beyond what I ever desire. So yours is just to submit. Don't try to argue. Don't try to wait. Don't try to be wiser than God. Just submit to the one that's created you, because who are you to tell the one who has created you what he should do? I pray the Lord will help us all in the name of Jesus. So till I come your way next week, please watch this video again so I can understand what I am saying. God bless you and have a wonderful day.